Over 86 million Nigerians have no access to reliable electricity. That's about the entire population of Germany in the dark. Nigeria Electricity Regulator has just issued an updated regulation that could seriously change that. Let me explain. Nigeria has something called mini grids. Forget the national grid for a second. A mini grid is basically a small self-contained power station, usually with its own generation, usually from solar panels, batteries, distribution wires, built right in the community to be served. There are no long transmission cables stretching hundreds of kilometers from some faraway power station. Just local power delivered to communities that are not served by the larger grid system. So what was the challenge? Even though the mini grid rules had been in place since 2016, the old rules placed a cap on the size of power project that can be built. For instance, 1 megawatt for a standalone mini grid system. That was considered very small and not enough to attract big investment. So investors would look at it, they would run the numbers, and then they walk away. On top of that, cost recovery and affordability by consumers was a major concern, and there was no certainty about how long the application process would be paid. So, what has changed in the updated 2026 regulations? For standalone mini grid, isolated or standalone power project of up to 5 megawatts can now be built, while for project that wants to interconnect with a disco grid, up to 10 megawatts of project can also be built. We are now looking at power systems that can power entire towns, not just a few streets or households. The permit approvals must also be completed within 30 business days. No more delays and uncertainties on the permit and application process. And this is expected to boost investors' confidence. The regulation also introduces a single permit that consolidates generation, distribution, and supply, eliminating costly and time-consuming dual licenses, which was previously a concern. There are also clearer protections for developers on tariffs, and when the national grid extends to the location of the mini grids, there are clear compensation formulas. Most power project developers, of course, have welcomed these changes, and in fact, the MD of the Rural Electrification Agency of Nigeria called it a turning point, describing them as a historic turning point that will fast-track large-scale projects delivery in Nigeria's renewable energy sector and innovation. In summary, this indeed is a welcome development. It won't make power become available overnight, as Nigeria's power challenges are very deep. But what this regulation does is to send a clear signal to private energy investors, local and international, that Nigeria is open for bigger business in the power space. Will this signal a positive revolution in the mini grid space and catalyze more reliable power for Nigerians? Let me know what you think. I am Babatunde. Follow me for more energy updates. Thank you.